Hi, welcome back to our channel, where wellness is our priority. And today we are diving into an incredibly vital topic: type 2 diabetes. Now, this is one of the most prevalent chronic conditions worldwide. Nearly 10% of adults are living with it, and many more are at risk. But here's the pivotal point. In most cases, type 2 diabetes can be forestalled with smart dietary choices and healthy habits. Our mission for today is to empower you with the knowledge to understand what type 2 diabetes entails, who is susceptible to it, and crucially, what proactive steps you can take to prevent its onset. So whether you're watching for yourself or someone close to you, this information could be life-changing. By the end of this session, you'll have a clear understanding of type 2 diabetes, its intricacies, and, most importantly, the power you hold in your hands to make informed decisions about your well-being. So let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Understanding type 2 diabetes. A deeper look. Type 2 diabetes is essentially a metabolic disorder characterized by the body's inability to effectively process glucose, also known as blood sugar. When you consume carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose, which then enters your bloodstream. At this point, your pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that acts as the key to unlocking your cells, allowing glucose to enter and be used for energy. In the case of type 2 diabetes, however, your cells become resistant to this insulin signal, much like a lock that's been jammed. As a result, glucose starts to build up in your bloodstream, rather than being utilized by the cells, leading to elevated blood sugar levels. Over time, this excess glucose can damage your blood vessels and nerves, increasing the risk of complications such as heart disease, kidney disease, vision problems, and nerve damage. Furthermore, poor blood sugar regulation can lead to reduced blood circulation, which may result in amputations, especially of the toes, feet, or lower legs due to repeated infections. Decoding the risk factors. It's essential to understand who is at risk of developing type 2 diabetes and why. Being overweight or obese, particularly with excess belly fat, is a significant risk factor. This is because fat cells can interfere with insulin signals, making it harder for glucose to enter your cells. Physical inactivity also plays a major role. A sedentary lifestyle can worsen insulin resistance, contributing to high blood sugar. Family history and genetics are another critical aspect. If you have close relatives, such as parents or siblings, who have had type 2 diabetes, you might be more susceptible to it as well. Age is also a factor, with the risk of type 2 diabetes increasing after 45. Certain ethnic backgrounds, including African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, and Native Americans, have higher rates of type 2 diabetes. Additionally, if you've been diagnosed with prediabetes, a condition where your blood sugar levels are higher than normal, but not high enough to be classified as diabetes, you have a greater likelihood of progressing to type 2 diabetes. Gestational diabetes during pregnancy is also a risk factor. While it typically resolves after giving birth, it significantly increases your chances of developing type 2 diabetes later on. Lastly, if you have high blood pressure or abnormal cholesterol levels, you might be at a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes due to shared risk factors, such as obesity and insulin resistance. The crucial role of food in diabetes prevention. Now that we've established a clear understanding of type 2 diabetes, let's delve into the pivotal role that food plays in its prevention. Remember, the ultimate goal is to reduce your risk and potentially delay or avoid the onset of type 2 diabetes. The first step is to limit the consumption of high glycemic carbohydrates. These are carbs that quickly raise your blood sugar levels. Opt instead for complex carbohydrates with a low glycemic index. These carbs break down more slowly, leading to a gradual and controlled release of glucose into your bloodstream. Loading your plate with fiber-rich foods is essential. Fiber acts as a natural blood sugar stabilizer by slowing down the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates. Lean protein sources such as chicken, fish, beans, lentils, tofu, and Greek yogurt play a vital role. Not only do they help manage your weight, but they also aid in stabilizing blood sugar levels and keeping you feeling full. Healthy fats found in avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil can also help prevent type 2 diabetes. Rather than relying on refined sugars for energy, your body can tap into these fats, providing an alternative energy source. Plus, they help improve insulin sensitivity. Next, minimize the intake of added sugars and refined carbohydrates. These include items like soda, sweetened beverages, white bread, pastries, cookies, and candies. These foods are often high in calories, devoid of essential nutrients, and can rapidly spike your blood sugar levels. Lastly, cut back on unhealthy fats, particularly saturated and trans fats. These fats are typically found in fried foods, processed meats, and hydrogenated oils. Not only do they contribute to weight gain, but they also promote inflammation and insulin resistance. Embracing anti-diabetes foods with the understanding of what to avoid, let us dive into the 15 remarkable foods backed by science for their potential to lower the risk of type 2 diabetes. Starting with No. 1. Berries like blueberries and strawberries. They are rich in antioxidants called anthocyanins, which have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. At No. 2. Whole legumes such as beans, lentils, and chickpeas. Not only are they high in fiber, but they also provide plant-based protein and slow-digesting carbohydrates, all beneficial for diabetes prevention. Next, sweet potatoes. While they are a good source of carbohydrates, they have a lower glycemic index than white potatoes. Additionally, they are packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Number 4. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. These greens are high in fiber, antioxidants, magnesium, and vitamin C, all of which are associated with diabetes prevention. Now, at No. 5, we have fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which have anti-inflammatory properties and may help improve insulin resistance. At No. 6, nuts like almonds, walnuts, and pistachios. Not only are they high in healthy fats and fiber, but they are also a good source of magnesium, all of which support glucose control. Number 7 brings us citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and limes. Their flavonoids can help protect pancreatic cells, while the fiber in the fruits slows down glucose absorption. Next, cinnamon. Studies suggest that cinnamon may help lower fasting blood sugar and LDL cholesterol levels. Now, at No. 9, we have extra virgin olive oil. Its monounsaturated fats can help improve insulin sensitivity, making it a key component of a diabetes-fighting diet. Number 10. Greek yogurt and kefir. Besides being good sources of protein and calcium, they also contain probiotics, which support gut health and glucose metabolism. And at number 11, we have whole grains like quinoa, oats, and barley. These grains are rich in fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar levels and reduces the risk of diabetes. Next, mushrooms are a low-calorie, nutrient-dense food that can help regulate insulin levels due to their vitamin D and antioxidant content. At number 13, green tea. Studies show that the catechins and polyphenols in green tea can improve insulin sensitivity and reduce fat accumulation, both beneficial for diabetes prevention. Now, fermented vegetables like kimchi and sauerkraut. Like Greek yogurt, they contain probiotics that can benefit your gut microbiome and glucose control. Finally, dark chocolate with a cocoa content of 70% or more. The flavonols in dark chocolate can help reduce inflammation and improve insulin function. Implementing these changes? Now that you're armed with the knowledge of the best foods to incorporate into your diet, let's discuss how to effectively implement these changes. Start by gradually replacing refined carbohydrates with complex carbohydrates and sugars with natural sweeteners, like honey or maple syrup in moderation. When it comes to fats, swap saturated and trans fats for unsaturated fats found in avocados, nuts, and olive oil. Balance your meals with lean protein sources, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. Aim for a diet that's rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Hydrate regularly with water, as dehydration can sometimes mimic hunger or increase cravings for sugary foods. Plan ahead by preparing healthy meals and snacks to avoid impulsive choices when hunger strikes. Reading food labels is crucial to monitor carbohydrate intake, added sugars, and portion sizes. And don't hesitate to seek professional guidance from a nutritionist or dietitian for personalized meal planning. Remember, consistency is key. Making these dietary changes a part of your lifestyle can significantly reduce your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The power of lifestyle. While diet plays a monumental role in diabetes prevention, lifestyle factors are equally vital. Regular physical activity can help improve insulin sensitivity, maintain a healthy weight, manage stress, and promote better overall health. Maintaining a healthy weight can make a significant difference. Even a reduction of 5 to 10% of your body weight can substantially decrease your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Prioritizing sleep is crucial, as sleep deprivation has been linked to increased insulin resistance and higher blood sugar levels. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night to keep your metabolism in check. Stress management is another critical aspect. Chronic stress can elevate cortisol levels, which can raise your blood sugar. Engage in activities like yoga, meditation, or deep breathing exercises to manage stress effectively. Staying hydrated is essential, as even mild dehydration can affect your metabolism and potentially increase your risk of diabetes. And lastly, regular checkups with your doctor are indispensable. Monitoring your blood sugar and blood pressure levels can provide insights into your health status and allow for timely interventions if needed. Do not hesitate to ask your doctor about your individual risk factors and what steps you can take to mitigate them. Living with this condition might seem daunting, but remember, knowledge is your most potent weapon. By staying informed, making conscious choices, and adopting a proactive lifestyle, you can significantly reduce your risk and live a healthier life. If this video was informative and helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with friends or family who might find value in it. We would love to have you back for our next video. Until then, stay healthy and informed. Thank you for joining us on our channel, where your well-being is our top priority.